playing with power.
What's going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, a part of the official WeGameHere.com. Definitely check out the website. It's the official WeGameHere.com. It has a bunch of gamers in it, YouTube content, Twitch streams, articles, contests. So definitely check out the website, guys. As for today's video, I want to talk about a couple things. The last couple days have been a little crazy in terms of like game reviews, so I want to touch on that subject, and then I want to let you guys know my plans for this channel. So let's get started with these game reviews. First of all, my opinion is you never use game reviews as the end-all be-all on your decision to purchase a game. One of my favorite franchises on the 360 was the Fear franchise. Fear 2 being my favorite. And it didn't get a great review score, but it's absolutely one of my favorite games. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because, you know, Gears of War Ultimate Edition came out on the X1, and Until Dawn came out on the PS4. Now, there was a lot of things about Until Dawn saying that the dialogue in the game is basically crappy. It's basically an interactive, like, teen scream horror flick. I did watch a few gameplay videos on YouTube, and that's what I think it's good for me. It looks like something I could watch on YouTube. I actually skipped to the ending. Somebody, showed the ending where nobody dies, and I saw like the antagonist or the antagonists, and there was nothing that was really like freaky to me about it. Not only that, my wife, like, she came in and started watching it, didn't really know what it was. By the end of the video, I told her what it was, and she basically said, thank God we don't have a PS4. She said that was absolute trash. But it scored, in some reviews, it scored higher than the Gears of War Ultimate Edition. And, there's a lot of people that are kind of upset about that. And I look at it like, Gears of War already came out. It is a remastered. But when Gears of War first came out, it was rated high. Since then, video games have advanced. So the gameplay mechanic and such might not be up to par with what people are looking for today in a certain aspect. Now, for Gears of War fans, this is an awesome title, and I believe it will also bring new fans to the game. But it is kind of hard to review and rate a remastered game, especially one from a few years ago. Now, I know The Last of Us Remastered got a really good rating, but look how long it didn't come out that long ago before they came out with a quote-unquote remastered version. And that remastered version was merely, a bump up in resolution and frames per second. But then again, it's on Sony's console, and that's another subject for another video. But another thing that came out was about YouTubers doing game reviews that haven't necessarily finished the game yet. And I do want to touch on this as well. Basically, the way I look at it is if the reviewer played the game enough to get the core mechanics down, to get the flow of the story, and to get at least a couple of those quote-unquote wow moments, I don't see it as a bad thing to give a review. Now, I think they should follow it up with like maybe an ending review without giving spoilers or something like that, because in the end, if you don't know the ending of the game, the ending of the story, it is going to hurt your review at least a little bit. It's going to hinder it a little bit because people play a story or a campaign to get to the end. They want to have that satisfaction of going through the story and knowing you completed something in the video game, and whether it was worth it to go through the story or not. I mean, that's basically what you do the story for, is to experience the story and get to the end. In that case, I feel that the review will not be as complete as it should be, but I don't think that it totally negates the review at all. So yeah, like it'll hurt the review a little bit if you know the reviewer hasn't experienced the ending of the game. But it's not to say that the review in and of itself isn't a credible source of information. And that's basically what I think about that subject. I know there's been, you know, at least somebody in my group has kind of been targeted on this whole thing, and I don't believe it's completely justified. I can see what both sides say on the matter, and you know, I just basically gave him my opinion on that. Now, as for my plans for this channel, I know you guys have been getting, you know, news videos from me and such. When I first started this channel, I did a couple different things, including like music videos set to my actual gameplay. I called it GameX Fusion. I am going to start doing those again, but not only that, it was suggested by my son that I do more like let's plays, walkthroughs, like achievement hunter videos and stuff like that, and I am definitely going to incorporate that into my channel, especially when these new games that I am waiting for are coming out. I will let you know I am skipping out on Gears of War Ultimate Edition as for right now. I'm also skipping out on Metal Gear Solid 5. Now, the game really looks cool. I want to see what they're talking about with this PvP being behind a paywall and stuff like that. I don't want to commit to this game right off the bat. And this game is another piece of evidence when it comes to reviews. This game got a 10 out of 10 by IGN, but there's this whole big thing about possibly a part of the multiplayer being locked behind a paywall. And if this is the case, I do not believe that this game would necessarily earn a 10 out of 10. Alright, so I want to see what's going on with that game. You know, I only have so much money to put into games. I know I'm on YouTube. I know I have a nice core base of subscribers, but I haven't collected a single dime from YouTube, at least as of yet. So I don't have that extra little bit of money like coming to me to where I can kind of throw that into my my game finance. So I am going to be getting Forza 6. I'm going to be getting Halo 5. And I am going to be getting Tomb Raider. Those are definites. I do want to get Deus Ex, the new Deus Ex that's coming out. But we'll have to see what's going on with that. And hopefully, God willing, I do want to get the limited edition Halo 5 console. If I do that, I will definitely do an unboxing video. It'll be my first ever unboxing video. But you're definitely going to see more content from me, more of a variety of content. So, yeah, stay tuned. As usual, if you like this video, definitely give me a thumbs up. If you like what I'm talking about for the future of my channel, definitely subscribe. And always comment. I want to know what you guys feel about game reviews. Is that a big part of your decision in buying a game? Do you think game reviews are overblown? And one thing I think of is if a lot of reviewers are giving a game the same type of review, it does give me a little bit of a red flag. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448, and I am definitely signing off.
White and nerdy, just too white and nerdy. Think I'm just too white and nerdy. Can't you see I'm white and nerdy? Look at me, I'm white and nerdy.